Tonight I'm joined for the first time by
Versengen.
Versagen. That is a very Dutch name as well. We're here, and the championship leader is still Jigs. However, that gap has gone down a lot since Las Vegas. The gap's now only 5 points to Kevin, and then a further 70 to Jamie Ray. And in the constructors, you have Ferrari leading by only 2 points, so you could really say that in both championships, it is the battle is on. You could say, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's super cool to see both championships very, very close to each other for the top spots, even though we're 10, 11 races into the calendar, and there's not much left to go. So there's a lot of points on the table, not much more time left in the season to score them. So everyone's going to be fighting their heart out today.
Indeed, and I do think that both Alpines and both Ferraris are here, which is great as well. That we get that proper team fight. As it is round 12 out of 16, so after this one, it is 4 to go. But first, these drivers must navigate second Paul Ricard in the wee country. So yeah, short quality. We are loading in slowly and surely. Here we go then, and we have got. Oh, this is very interesting. Jigs has not shown up again. So a championship, yeah. A
exactly
championship leader.
Go ahead.
Yes, so a championship leader for the second time ever is not racing, which is a shame because that means he'll probably get behind Kevin by like 10 points or so. And that's not what you want to see. You want to see that Titanic battle. And Martin, the stream on my side, or the Discord side, it's a bit choppy. I'm not sure how that is on the YouTube side. On the YouTube side, it's smooth, so I think it's fine. It's just, is it like for you as well, like that? Versengen.
Yeah, it is, but I'm in the lobby too, so it's not a huge deal.
So you got all the facts up there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we got 2 commentators straight out. And we got most of the grid are on on their hot lap, as we're on board with Kevin here to compose a real threat to the championship. As we said, because Jigs is not here.
Exactly. Main point scorer for Alpine not here. Both Ferraris in attendance. So big points up for grabs, both championships for sure.
Yeah. However, we have seen a couple of races where it can all go very well for 20 laps, and then a late safety car causes chaos for the final 2 laps. You can't predict anything. Hell, the person starting last could end up dominating the race after 3 laps.
Exactly, that's what makes motorsport so much fun.
As we got Kevin starting his lap, very easy to get penalties as well, you must say. Going back to that late safety car, if someone's got 6 seconds worth of time penalties and there is a late safety car, you will fall down the order, guaranteed. There's no way you can pull 6 seconds in 2 laps. as Kevin through the chicane and now the double right, using the curbs very nicely. There's someone in the way that might just put him up slightly, as Tommy Order has joined. We got 18 drivers looking very nice, I must say. DRS opens, and let's see what his top speed is like down this straight. In like 331 he was hitting for a split second. Here we go, I forgot what that chicane is called, but it splits the Mistral straight, I believe it's called. And then you got a very fast sector 3, which I'll let Versengen take over.
Yeah, absolutely. Flat through turn 10, and then a very strange corner in turn 11. You'll see the drivers go out very wide so they can get a late apex to cut back in. Beautifully done there by Kevin, and then heading into 12, same idea, very late apex, a little wide of the curb there on the left there. And it's flat through 13, barely even a corner, and then another strangely late apex. It's difficult to string all of those late apex corners together correctly, but out of the turn 15, a hairpin. He's got the traction down and crossing the line right about now. Jumps up to the top spot with a 129.1.
By 3 seconds ahead of Eswip, and wow, Kevin, ever since he has just been on it. Really, however, he's always faced some sort of difficulty of spinning and like in the mid-race place, and managed to pull his way back, sorry, as we're now on board with VDRL Vade. Let's see how he tackles the chicane, probably the best overtaking spot on the entire track.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if this is a fast lap. He's not deploying any energy.
Oh.
Might just be bringing it around for another warm-up then.
It could very much be. I was going to say 1 minute is very slow. But he is attacking the corners. Very confused there. He's sandbagging, not using any battery. Rocks up the front right. We'll see that a lot as well as you're braking and turning there. Hans sits at 29.8, 7 tenths off Kevin. Rates I set at 30.3, as there is Jamie Ray leading by Mercedes, who goes into the pit lane. As Jamie Ray, who's a fast driver here. He won in Las Vegas 7 days ago. Can he do the same thing here in France? It's 2. Well, I would say they're quite similar circuits. Very long straights, heavy braking zones, and as well some fast slithering corners.
Yeah, it's always 6 of one, half dozen of the other, as we say in America. As he invalidates this lap. Some drivers might be wanting to go for a bit higher downforce for the more technical sectors 1 and 3. Some drivers wanting to go very low on the downforce for sector 2. All comes down to the driving style, but in the end it makes for some very good racing with different cars on different setups.
Yeah, especially if you factor in strategy, which the last races I've been here, which has probably been since round 6 or so, where it's been, as I usually see, a rainbow of tires. You got softs, you got mediums, you got some people wanting to go long on the hards. However, this track is very harsh on tires, especially if you run wide. The softs, I don't think they will be used much unless for a late safety car, but I think the medium will be the race tire.
Absolutely, we're watching Jan S go into sector 3 now, into turn 11. Once again, very wide in the middle of the corner to cut back in at the end and get a good exit. I think I noticed he hit around 340 on the back straight. I might have been reading that wrong, but
wow,
a bit higher than we've seen from a few other drivers on the back straight. So we'll see how he gets on with sectors 1 and 3 that he's going through now. Seems to be getting the power down nicely out of the final hairpin. Let's see what the time is when he crosses the line.
And it puts him P5. He stays put. Now, Damian, I learned how to pronounce his name last race. Las Vegas was a bit of a crazy one. I would highly recommend everyone in chat to watch it after this race, considering since I completely jinxed the safety car there. But yeah, I would highly recommend watching Vegas. Great Grand Prix, bunch of chaos, great racing. What more could you want, really?
And you see Damian trying to pick up a little bit of a slipstream from the Alpine, getting out of his way there on driver's right, as we're going into Sector 3 once again.
He had a purple Sector 2 there, so maybe running that low down push, which will hurt him in this section here, where it's all about down. Yep, there it is, that snap of oversteer.
That's going to cost him a pretty good deal of time. We'll see what his time is at the end of the lap,
3-4-10s at least. Here we go, through the final corner. Pit lane has been moved, of course, in 2019, as it used to be here. Across the line, could be P2, you know, P3.
P3 is still a respectable time.
Yeah, Hans in a Ferrari sandwich. As you got behind that Freitzhaus P4, and then you got Toro P5. So it's all very tight except for the lead, and Kevin is actually out on another lap, as maybe he does feel slightly threatened by Han there, 4/10ths back. Of course, he's probably trying to save as many tires as possible for the GP. Seesaw into the pit lane.
We're riding on board now with Tom J in the Red Bull. Hasn't set a time yet on his first flying lap of the session. Heading through turns 1 and 2 there, takes a lot of curb on the right, as the drivers will do. And to your point earlier, very, very easy to get track limits violations at this track in particular, as not much keeping the drivers from going wide of the white line, so that's going to be something that we'll have to keep an eye on for sure. We are heading onto the back straight now. We'll see what sorts of top speeds we can see from the Red Bull driver. We've already seen quite an array of them so far, and seems like he might just be topping out at 330, so a good, 10 kilometers an hour slower than we saw from previous drivers in qualifying. This goes to show how different all of the cars can be.
Well, this is where it will get interesting then in the final sector, and he didn't attack the chicane like you want to mount that first curb, especially the apex, because otherwise he will just understeer cleanly off the road. Oh, but he's got the grip in Sector 3, he's got the confidence in the car to just, look at that, a lot more stable than it was in Damian, who of course I think he was the one who was hitting that 340 mark. This is where you see it in the long left-hander, it comes out pretty much like a double apex corner there as you run it back wide, cut back in for a straight braking point. This could be top 10. He's run out of deployment though, and I think that's what cost him. Someone is standing still. Did you see this? Well, you go commentate because you got the you're in the lobby.
Well, Kevin Van Dijk just set the new top time of a 129 flat. Good 5/10ths faster than Han in the Williams behind him. We're on board with J. Ray and the other Williams.
Very fast driver here, who's starting his first lap now with only 5 minutes to go. I think he invalidated his first one, so he cannot afford that now, otherwise he will be starting at the back. He's got to get this lap in, attacks the cub. The cubs are so small around here. You need to attack them. That's where the lap time is pretty much. That's how you do it. Hook the wheel into that low section there. Back to the right. Mickey Mouse now. Low off the throttle zone. Roll the car through. Run it out wide. And then the DRS will open. They've actually moved the DRS zone back 10 meters to make it slightly less powerful down the straight. Let's see what he's hitting. Seems like the average is 330. It's just Damian who's running insane straight line speed, probably so he can get behind Kevin off the start and then just defend for the rest of the Grand Prix.
I would absolutely love to see that, but it was a beautiful Sector 1 from the Williams driver here. I want to see how he goes through Sector 3 because it's looking very good for him.
Oh, look at that throttle modulation through that. That was lovely from Jamie. Oh yes, this is a great lap from Jamie. This is surely top 5.
Yeah, car absolutely sticking to the track.
Yeah. Doing the opposite of Williams is famous for, and having some sort of downforce. We go across the line. This could be a 28. 28.8. It only took him
what? Lap.
Wow, and Kevin still in the pit lane. Does he have an answer? We might have a pole position battle here in the final 4 minutes. Jamie Ray setting a blistering lap time out of nowhere. Seesaw though, he's also a quick driver. Let's see what sort of top speed he's hitting. He's climbing, he's still climbing. He's actually hitting 330 a lot earlier, still around 330. So many of them seeming to be topping out at 330 kph, it seems like.
Yeah, seemed very confident with the car on the entry into the chicane. A little slide on the exit as he was applying the power again.
Purple Sector 2 though. Now
yes.
this is where the time is found in Sector 3. It's a bit like Spa where Sector 1 and 3 it's just down for speed, you know. It's okay if you screw up, but in Sector 2 that's where the time is found, and here it's Sector 3 where most of the time is found. He's got a slow Mercedes that is coming up to, and I think Jamie made a small mistake in the final corner braking while turning, which lost him maybe a tenth or two, nothing major. But here we go, Seesaw then across the line. What will it be? He goes P4, 29.6, and if he improves by 1/10, that will be P3 then. But Han is on the lap here.
A Han go through turn 11. Ooh, a grid penalty flashing up at the top.
I think Smokey and Eswick collided, which is very bizarre, you must say. A bit slow through there. And it seems like Kevin is not gonna set. Never mind, Kevin is out on his out lap. He just got out. How much time has he got?
Just over 2 minutes.
Just over 2 minutes. He should make it. However, he will have to punish those tires slightly.
Yeah, it might not be quite up to the temperature that he'd want as he exits the final corner.
Yeah. He's got 3/10 to make up the pole. As I've got my color back now on stream. It seems like he's just burning a bit of fuel there, revving out the engine a bit. Damian also on his outlap. Jamie Ray on his outlap. Does he have enough time though? Does Jamie have enough time?
He's gonna have to outlap on. He's gonna have to hot lap on his way to the line.
Yeah, which will warm up the tires, but it will also punish them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure Jigs is watching from at home, hoping that Kevin and Jamie come to blow. As how much time is there? I can't see as there's yellow flags flown literally everywhere. Oh, this is not good. The Ferrari. That was Damian right there who could have given Kevin a slipstream, you know.
Maybe a missed opportunity there, but anyway, Kevin's starting his lap now. Is he going to be able to find the improvement he needs?
Turns 1 and 2 very nicely indeed. But 7 seconds left, so these are the final laps right here that we are seeing. This will set the grid for that 27 lap race, I believe, 27 or 28. He's 8 tenths up, or is that 0.044? I cannot see. You might have to confirm there. He's
that was
second
0.044.
0.044 minimal time. But let's see how he can do. I think Jamie's got 1 or 2 tenths in the tank. Kevin is question is, what does Kevin have? And I can confirm Jamie has made it across the line. Here we go. He's improved by pretty much nothing again. Not looking too great for Kevin. He's got to put something out the bag in the final sector. And let's see if he can produce something special. It have to be a Max Verstappen sector 3. Very clean through there, you must say. As braking zone, very tricky here. Runs it out quite nicely. He's got 2 corners to go. Turn 14 and 15. The left and the right. It's all down to traction here now. Let's see. Can Kevin get pole position? No, he misses out by 1 tenth. And I think Jamie Ray was 4 tenths down anyway. He's backed up. He knows he's got quali. Pole position secured. He's saving those tires. I don't think anyone else can beat it.
No, it was a stellar lap that we saw from him, setting that provisional pole time that's probably going to be converted into the actual pole time.
Yeah, and it only took him 1 full lap. He probably did 1 invalidated one, but only 1 clean flag, and that's your pole sitter right there, Jamie Ray. And I just want to say it's great that we've got 18 drivers. That means I hope there will be constant action. It's nice when there's a full grid drivers. Do you want to go through the final order ahead of the race?
Yeah, so it was Jamie Ray taking pole for Williams, just ahead of Kevin Van Dijk in the Ferrari behind him, and then the other Williams of Han in 3rd place, so it's going to be Williams lining up nose to tail. Then it's Seasword in the McLaren for 4th, Damien down in 5th for Ferrari. How can he help out his teammate from there? We've got Trevin in the Haas for 6th place, Rajik in 7th, Jan Sky in 8th. This is the first time I'm pronouncing these names. Freet Saus in 9th, Toro 10th, Vade in 11th, Squirter in 12th, SNY 13th, Tom J in 14th, and I was going a little too slow. But that's the bulk of the grid.
You got Tommy Otter just after Sny, and then you got Dutchy, Eswit, Smokey, and the guy from South America whose name I can't read off.
Well, here's another curveball thrown into the mix. It's raining.
Wow, so maybe we were seeing some wet setups used in qualifying.
Yeah, that is a possibility for sure. Oh, our drivers are going to be a little bit more strapped for grip here.
It is looking like Inters, though. This start is... Oh, this could be a great race. Alright, how many safety cars are we getting?
Knowing France, it could be either way too many or absolutely none. As there is a lot of margin for error on the side of the track, but that won't stop drivers from locking up into turn 1 in the wet.
I'm going to say 3 safety cars. What are you going with?
I'll be radical. I'll only say 1.
1, alright. Here we go. Formation laps underway, and we'll see if it'll stay dry. Seems like everyone... Wait, what? Am I seeing this right? People on mediums.
You are seeing this right. Nobody is on an inter or a wet.
I've actually had this in a league race a couple of weeks ago where it looked wet, it feels wet, but dries. Whoever's on hards, I'm sorry, you're gonna get the worst start. Those tires are just not gonna warm up. These drivers, look, you see Jamie Ray, you saw him off the line, weaving away, putting temperature in them as whoever's starting on soft, Damian starting on softs. Those are gonna be rapid. It's half wet, half dry situation. He's gonna be seconds fast on a fresh set.
And so we're probably going to see the track drying up not too long after the start of the race.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
as you say, hard tires in a slightly damp track, that is going to be, it's not going to be feeling too good.
That's a death wish. It does. It looks like it just went from inters to dries. But we could see a couple of whoopsies.
Yeah, the rain is pretty light, so it's already lightening up through the formation lap, but
Yeah.
it's going to be a big struggle through the first couple of laps.
Yeah. It's literally down whoever can race the formation lap the best, pretty much.
Yeah, as Jay was sliding through turn 11 on the formation lap.
Yeah,
even.
that's not great. And also, whoever's got low fuel is going to be faster as well. There's tons of factors into this. I mean, hell, we could see Rajic P1 after one sector. All right, how many drivers will be off at turn 1?
I have a feeling it might be quite a few.
Those two cars at the back taking their time, letting their tires warm up while everyone else cool down. As this is where the final preparations begin for the race. Jamie lines up. Oh, disqualification. Or he wasn't disqualified, he was reset back to his position. But that could get interesting, because now he has got the inside though. Now, do you want to do the honors, or?
Why don't you take it away?
Alright, well, you can do safe car restarts. I have a feeling there will be quite a few. No offense to the driving capabilities of the drivers, and I just want to say hoi 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 to the 5 red lights. And it is a lights out, and away we go in front. No, they're not moving yet. Someone's moving, that's for sure. That's the Martins. Red flag.
All right, here's a good Codemasters game design.
Right, I'm gonna be completely honest, and this might sound fake, but I was tempted of saying 3 safety cars and a red flag. I'm not even joking. I know it sounds like I'm lying, but no joke. I was thinking about saying it. That was like, no, I've got trust in not only the drivers, but the game. Alright, it'll probably be try now, so F1 has just robbed us of a fantastic race. Well, that's a shame. Well, whoever was on hards is going to be happy, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
As it's taking an awfully long while to load. Come on, please still let it be raining. I'll be so happy if it's still raining. Oh yes, here we go. Okay, 5 red lights. It's take 2. Who's on pole? That's the Snize cheese. They're onto pole somehow. After and Toro's in P2 as there's someone already around. As I can't see anything. There we go. Here's the turn 1 cam. On board with the Hasse as Dutchy has got his front wing. There's a Jamie Ray right behind Snize. There's so much going on. I don't know what is happening if I'm completely honest here. All I know is that safety car.
Yep, full safety car after some collisions down at turn 1. Crucially though, Damian getting right up behind his teammate of Kevin. And now they're going to be able to double team Jamie right ahead of them.
Kevin on hards though.
Ooh, that is a good point. And I'm not entirely certain why SNY is credited with being in the lead of the race, as he's most certainly not.
I don't know. Fraser, if you get 10 seconds, just pit and serve them, honestly. As the game is being doo-doo. Right, anyway, might as well take this time to say ahead and shout out to do some advertising. Hashtag ad. If you're on the YouTube, make sure to like the stream and the video afterwards. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss out on a video. You guys know how it is, or a race even. So yeah, like it will really support us. And I think we're doing a lobby restart. Will it be 50% or 35%? I do not know. Then we've also got the VDRL web shop, which I was talking about last week. I can guarantee it will help you with the girls. So get yourself some fresh VDRL drip. It will help you with the girls. Your risk level will be above 9,000. Let me tell you that. Then we got Facebook as well. Probably just VD Racing League. We got TikTok, Instagram. I don't know what we have. If I'm honest, I'm just shouting out all the socials I know. We got Twitter. Yes. Of course. When I was saying "hoi," that is hello in Dutch. And I was kind of cheesing it a lot in Las Vegas, and I'm just going to get confirmation from Martin that I did a good job with that promo.
I think it was splendid.
Thank you. Also, just realized your profile picture is a hamster with a pancake on it.
Yep. I found that picture and I quite liked it.
Oh yeah, Discord as well. That's where everything happens. The stewarding, the chatting, the shouting at each other, the raging at each other, the raging at the game. It's where everything takes place. It's the hub of VD Racing League. Yeah, of course, I'm gonna call it Twitter, not X, because that's gay. We got a Wix website apparently. Not sure what that does. I'll be completely honest. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, what shall we chat about now?
Well, how do we know how the weather is going to be as we are restarting the lobby? Are we still going to keep it dynamic, or are we going to guarantee an intermediate start with some drying later on?
Yeah, what I would do is do interstart, but then it dries up right away. That's the closest you can get to half dry, half wet.
Mm-hmm.
I am not sure if we'll do 50% or 35%. Here we go. We might. Oh. Here we go. And quali is off. So we're going to have to set the grid off qualifying order, which might take a while. I don't really know what to do. Do you do F1 Fantasy by any chance?
Not fantasy, no.
Alright, Alright, chat, give us some questions. We'll answer some questions. It's Q&A time.
Alright, well, hey, I might as well introduce myself, as this is my first time in the commentary booth while we have some downtime. Name is Versangen. I've been doing some league racing since F1 21, I believe I started out. Realized it was a whole load of fun. Found my way here. Love doing commentary. It's so much fun. And, yep, United States, as you can probably tell from the voice. Big fan of all forms of motorsport, except the American ones.
Oh, wow.
Although I have to say IndyCar has been pretty good this year, too.
So just NASCAR.
Yeah, not a huge fan of NASCAR, but I mean, endurance racing, man, I love that.
Oh, yes, I love it.
So there's a... What is it called? I don't remember what it's called. Le Mans Ultimate. There's a game coming out that's based on the World Endurance Championship. Pretty soon. I think they said it was going to be the last part of 2023 when it came out. Really looking forward to that.
Well, I have heard of Rent Sport coming out, which is going to be free.
Oh, free? Nice.
Shame I don't have the PC capabilities to run that, because I would love to do that. I might just stick with a set of Corsa for now. But yeah, I would love to do some like GT league racing, as the only ones I found are more dead than, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it. Might get us demonetized. Yeah, might as well say a bit about myself. You guys know me. Mr. Jarlboy over here. Ripping Sweden and Germany. Yeah, which motorsport as well. F1, GT3, endurance as well. bit of MotoGP, football as well. That's soccer for you, by the way.
I hate that we call it soccer. It makes no sense.
Support Borussia Dortmund, best team in the world. That's about it. Oh, this is lovely. Hey, there we go. We're going a lot quicker than my racing league does it. That's for sure.
Yeah, that is probably one of the fastest lobby restarts I've ever seen. That's very good to see.
Now, red flag off the start, or it's dry.
It's dry.
That's such a shame. Up the Bolton. Someone supports Bolton Wanderers. Yes, sir. Probably the team I'd support in like the little leagues in the UK. Bolton Wanderers. That tastes like promotion, doesn't it? Oh, I just get it. Freight's House United. He spelt it with a Y instead of a. Yeah, I get it now. United. Okay. I get it. Man United best team. Have you got any sort of idea of football or?
No, I kind of wish I did. I think it's more funny just hearing people talk about it and not knowing what's going on.
Alright, so Man
People get very,
United.
very, very heated about it. I'll just say like, oh yeah, I love Manchester United. Just leave it at that and get flamed for it. I don't know. It's
Man
just the first team that
United.
comes to mind.
Man United is the Nicholas Latifi of the Premier League. Anyway, here we go. It is Formation Lab. As why is Kevin on pole? Jamie set the pole time.
Oh dear.
What's happening? Jamie must be fuming. He must be absolutely fuming. Blood put in a one-hit wonder lap, and now he gets demoted to P2. Mate, they should do that with Max Verstappen, honestly. Oh no, it's a lobby restart because they fucked up quality order.
Yay.
I was joking, I was being sarcastic, if I'm honest. Oh god, what should we do now?
Well then, as we are moving into the fall and winter months, are you getting a lot of snow up where you are?
Nope, just wet rain.
Yes. Always the best.
Slush.
Right on the shore of Lake Michigan, which is very, very big. It gives us some lake effect snow. So we usually stay a little warmer than other places in the winter, but we get like usually around 3 or 4 feet of snow.
Alright, wait, a feet is 30 centimeters. Okay.
Oh yeah, like
1 meter 20 of snow.
Oh yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, we don't get that much snow. If you would go south and more to the middle, it's because I'm right on the coast, so we basically get the effect that you get just more extreme as we get all the warm water from the Caribbean right off our shore. So yeah, if you literally just go drive like 100 kilometers to the east, you'll probably get a lot more snow. Yep. However, it's already pitch black here, so it's been pitch black since like 4 o'clock, if I'm honest. I wish I could suddenly just take control of stream and we could start playing, I don't know, like GeoGuessr or something. I can't get music going through my phone and into the mic. Martin, I would recommend a 35% race. Your choice, though. as we call him, the race director. It seems like it will be 27 laps. Oh. All right, what weather will it be now? Full wet. Oh, Michigan, Detroit, right.
Yeah, Detroit is on the other side of the state.
Yeah, it's 50% water.
Yep.
All right, is that one called like the Great Slave Lake?
What?
Or that might be another lake. I swear there's a lake in the US called like the Great Slave Lake.
Grace. I've not heard of that one.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see if we got some information in the Discord. It's chill, Martin. It's chill. We don't want a dry race. We want a wet to dry race. As I'm afraid Dutchy will have to leave us. All right, I think we're starting again. Verstegen, if I pronounced that right.
That is close enough. I've been called a lot of things.
All right. It's close to Verstappen, so I might say that. Versengen. So it's like saying ver, like in verse, and then sengen, like singing. All right, I got it. I don't know if I got it.
You got it just enough for me.
All right, great.
I've had, oh man, Surgeon. A lot of people would call me that.
Surgeon.
Yeah. It's whatever. I don't mind.
Oh, it's dry. Why is it dry, Martin? I'm slowly losing the will to live. Anyway, welcome back, guys. As the intro themes intensifies.
We're gonna see if third times is the charm for starting the race here.
We'll welcome back to the wee land. I hope we will be saying wheezy yes. I hope we'll be saying hoi hoi to a good start. That's hello. And leave everything else behind. Great that we've been streaming for an hour. And we haven't even completed a sector yet. I think the leader just completed a sector.
Yeah, I think so. Just got through Sector 1 before the first restart.
That's a third of a point then, right? Could you imagine, like, F1 gave out points, like, for the laps? So, like, if, for example, Spa, you would get, like, 44 laps, 44 points, and then it would scale down, so it'd be, like, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 8. Or, like, for race 1, you would get 1 point, race 2, 2 points, race 3, 3 points. Anyway, it is a formation lap. Honestly, I just think the formation lap's glitched at this point. This time, Jimmy Ray is on pole.
A bit more of a mix-up in the tires.
Yeah, everyone's got a lot more softs to use now. I think that's why. Anna's gonna get gobbled up, like devoured. That's a fancy word there.
We'll have to see if he can defend his position.
Someone was disqualified already.
Yeah, didn't quite make it through turn 2. Did the McLaren and the Alpine there?
That's not great for the championship. Yep, might as well take this time for a bit more promo. Make sure you guys like the stream. Would really appreciate that. Share it with your nan, your friends, and absolutely, subscribe. Love to see that. You know, we're nearing 150 subscribers, and at 115 subscribers, I will shave my head.
I will hold you to that.
Or my dad will shave his head. He's bald, so it's fine. You start making 20 accounts on YouTube and just subscribe with each of them. Anyway, might as well go through the tires real quick. You got Jamie Ray, Kevin, and Cesar on softs. Then you got Freitas P9 and Vade as well on softs. Then you got mediums for Damian, Trevin, Rajic, Jan, Toro, Squirter, Sny, Tomiota, and you got hards for the solo of Han. The crowd are absolutely
That was
cheering.
a good one.
I was wondering what the Alpine and McLaren were doing there, because it kind of looked like they were P1 and P2 there. And it is an awfully long run to the checkered flag from the final corner. However, from pole, it's roughly 200 meters. So we'll get 200 meters of pure chaos. Here we go. 3, 4, 15 red lights have been on at this point. And it's lights out. And oh dear God. And oh, here we go. There we go. So good start for the Ferrari. It seemed like will Jamie Ray be able to cover him off? Han picking up a bit of slipstream, somehow maintaining his P3. Very nice from him. Han having a look here. I have to just stick behind for now. What's going on behind there? Side by side with the Red Bull. Yellow flags are out already. That's a McLaren that's round. As we might see some side by side action. Yes, we see further down the grid. We see some side by side action. But it's they've all fouled themselves out. You see Damian, who's actually he stayed in position as those soft runners will now start to fade away. Here we go. It's the slipstream fest down this long straight. Jamie Ray weaving and weaving. This is where we'll see Damian straight line speed coming clutch. He's already made up one position. Here we go. Kevin has a little look as we see the McLaren and Damian side by side into the chicane as seems like Seasol got back ahead of him.
Yeah, great start. Nice and clean start as well. Worth mentioning that Han was able to keep his P3 spot on the hard tires. He's going to have to work pretty hard to keep the soft runners behind him.
Oh, here we go. Seasword is... mate, please cut behind Martin. Thank you. He's managed... This is going to be a defensive drive and a half. He's going to have to need that DRS or the battery or everything he can get. He will have to use.
Crucially, though, staying within touching distance of Jamie and Kevin ahead of him. So he's going to have some good slipstream down the pit straight. We'll see how eager Sisord is behind him to get past, but he's starting to fall away a little bit. It looks like he might be coming under pressure from Damian.
Yeah.
Goes his nose down the inside, but thinks against it.
Damian, as we saw, he maxed out at about 340 in quali trim. That's low fuel, which will do an even higher difference, high fuel race trim. Here we go. He's setting up the corners. You gotta set up the overtake. I saw 3 corners ahead, taking different lines, and we saw that from him getting a better run out of that right hand. And this is the worst camera angle I've seen. My God. Here we go. Down the inside, and Han has said goodbye to these two. The more they fight, the better it is for Han. Here we go. The medium runner versus the soft tire. Easy as you like to the inside.
Yep, great overtake there from Damian. Very crucial now as he wants to join the fight with Ferrari and Williams for the top 4.
Wow, it's like the 80s again. Or the 90s. Just McLaren's absolutely nowhere. Or the second McLaren is absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, we saw the yellow flags out for him spinning through turns 1 and 2 off the line.
Just getting smoked. Smokey, I love you. No, Mo. You're chill. As the gap DRS will be enabled, so let's see if Kevin can make a move.
Further back, that Red Bull of Fright getting right up behind the McLaren of Sisord as they headed up into turn 1. Wasn't quite close enough to make a move, but he's going to try and stick with them as much as he can through the rest of Sector 1. Looks like the McLaren's starting to make a little bit of a mistake here. Right on his tail is free, and he's going to be getting that slipstream all the way down the back straight and hopefully making a move into the chicane. He doesn't even need to get to the chicane, it looks like.
Ooh, maybe he does. Draining the batteries, the McLaren. Okay, underneath the Red Bull there of Right sides to the inside. He's gonna just leave enough space. They wheel bang through. He goes. Does he get ahead? Yes, he can. But the McLaren will have the slipstream, but he just can't compete. Oh, ahead! You got Damian on the inside of Han. That is a big, big move. He cannot sit behind that hard tire runner in Sector 3 as the Red Bull and McLaren. More wheel banging between them. Surprised that there's not a puncture there. They're still side by side. More wheel banging.
Just can't hold it around the outside there. Yeah. Good racing between the two of them, though. Hard but fair.
Definitely. So yeah, it seems like the top 5 showing that tire difference from the soft to medium to the hards.
Han diving it down the inside though at turn 1. Not quite close enough to make the move. Oh, he's on a spin through turn 2.
Did you hear that? You just heard the revs peak out there. in what was the third, fourth gear.
Really unfortunate for him. He was making those hard tires work, but now
Yeah.
finds himself all the way down in 14th position.
Now he's gonna have to make them work and go long. Roki picking up another time penalty. Maybe he's got front wing damage or something.
Could be we're seeing Kevin close up behind Jamie, but I think he just backed out of that one. Didn't want to go for a dive down the inside at the chicane. There's some action further back as they're 3 wide heading into turn 11. 3 different cars trying to make it through at the same time, and there's a spin for Trevin, who's on the inside trying to hold his position. Not left too much room there on the inside, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's certain corners where you just can't go side by side through.
Gap up front pretty stable. Kevin knows he has Jamie right where he wants him. He can make that overtake whenever he feels the need, but doesn't need to be taking any risks right now.
Yeah, he's just working together. Pulling that gap to Damian and Freitas. Oh.
Heading onto the back straight, and the gap between Kevin and his teammate is well over a second.
Could that be a
what
safe
has
car?
happened through turn...
I thought that was a safe car. Oh, that
down the inside. Jamie just fending that one off, but he got a little squirrely on the exit of the chicane. That's going to invite Kevin down the inside into turn 10. And that is going to be Kevin up into the lead of the race. And Trevin has retired on the exit of the chicane, and that brings out the full safety car.
Wow, so that is a bit controversial. I think that's for sure. And into the pit lane. The leader, as we missed that overtake, I think Kevin got past Jamie there.
Yeah, he did, and all of them into the pit lane.
Can we please go on board with Jamie? Can we please go on board with Jamie? I want to see, can he jump? Because Williams, at the end of the pit garage, he won't get held by anyone. Can he maybe jump Kevin here? It's going to be a super stop. Onto the hard tire he goes. I think he did jump him. I think he did. He did.
There we go. Jamie reclaiming his position over Kevin. Crucially, though, few people not opting to go into the pit lane. So Jamie finds himself in 5th with Kevin right behind him in 6th.
Yeah. And Han is now up there in P4. So he would have been in the lead if it wasn't for his spin.
Well then, we get to take another little breather as the safety car neutralizes the action on track. We get a nice shake-up of the order as well. Some of our medium runners saying that their tires can last longer into the race. They don't need the early stop. Could prove very beneficial at the end of the race, especially if there's another safety car.
Yeah, I mean, they'll be cooking if there's another safety car. These tires will make it to the end. Will be a slight stretch, but they will make it. As this will allow all the people who got caught up in incidents to catch up, which is always good.
Yeah, absolutely.
seems like I think we'll go racing next lap. It's looking like it's a great Grand Prix that we've got set up here, even with those 3 restarts.
Yeah, it's been a lot of good, hard, fair racing between a lot of our drivers here today, so it's always good to see.
Yeah.
And if that's the sort of racing you enjoy, be sure to drop us a like to show us your appreciation, and if you want to see more of it, then why don't you subscribe?
Absolutely.
Ooh, I just saw further back that there was some carbon fiber flying through the air, and the McLaren of Smoku in 12th place has completely lost his front wing under the safety car.
Oh wow. That is, I think this is a race for him to forget.
Yep, not turning out too well for him so far. It's going to necessitate another pit stop.
Yeah. Which is not what he wants, especially the McLaren team, who need all the points they can get with these final couple races. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and, yep, as we said, subscribe. We got the VDRL web shop. Have I mentioned that it helps you with the girls? I think I have, but let me say again, your risk level will go up. Trust me, trust me. You're gonna get gal here, there, and over there. You're gonna get them everywhere. Discord as well, where everything gets run, stewarding and all of that. Make sure to join if you want to get racing. Friday and Sunday we race 7 p.m. GMT. That is 6 p.m. UK time. Not sure about the rest of the world, I'll be completely honest. Yeah, we got the TikTok, we got Twitter at VDRL VD Racing League. That's about it. As you said, you'll take the safeguard restart, so go for it, mate.
Yep, the pace of the field are being dictated by the Alpine of Jansky, who has inherited the lead of the race, as he is one of 4 drivers who have not gone into the pit lane. So it is up to him when we go back to racing speed. Looks like he's going to punch it out of the hairpin, and that's a very good restart from him compared to Toro behind. And it looks like everyone else making it through cleanly enough. The 2 Williams going side by side, though, into turn 1. Is this going to be a swap of position done nicely or done aggressively between the 2 teammates?
Oh.
Looks to be pretty aggressive. As
maybe he's got the better tires. Oh, someone's all out of shape. Tommy Otto.
Yeah, that was Tom, but managing to keep his Red Bull pointed the right direction for the most part. Drops a couple of places.
Yeah, you see, contact between the Red Bull and the McLaren. Cesar losing some positions. That front wing is somehow still intact.
But look at Kevin, though, able to make it slide his way through.
3 wide! Through just to cut in there. But it's 3 wide between the Ferrari, Red Bull and the McLaren. And I think Damia just did a double overtake. If he can pull it off on Cesar rather outside, that would be a clean move. Smooth like butter. Can Cesar come back at him, though? I think he's just a bit too far back.
Yeah, back up at the front of the field, Jamie able to make up so many positions on the safety car restart already. He's gotten himself up into 2nd with the next driver on fresh, hard tires in 5th.
Yeah. So Jamie Ray already up to 2nd, though. He's going to try all the way around. He's just going to make... Okay, you got to give him a bit more space than that, I'm not going to lie. I'm not a steward, but he was halfway alongside, and in my rules, he deserves a bit more space than the Cubs.
Well, he certainly took that space heading into the final corners. He does take the lead of the race now. And Toro having to fend off Han right behind him as they head into turn 1. It's going to be Han on the outside getting the later brakes and gets that position.
Cleanly done from him, indeed.
Ooh, a bit of contact between Freet and Toro sees both of them go off at Sector 1. Both Ferraris right behind trying to pick up the pieces of that one. Kevin trying to sneak his way through as they head onto the back straight. It looks like Freet's going to win this one out.
Now it's down to slipstream, which we know Damian's caught the top speeder, but apparently he doesn't. race through him. As Kevin, like every corner he's behind Threight's house, it will damage his race as Jamie Ray is saying goodbye.
Yeah, gap almost 2 seconds between himself and the Alpine right behind him, so that is something worth noting. And now Han takes over second place. Ooh, as they're fighting each other into turn 11. Like Damian's made his way through on both his teammate and Sisord, as Kevin's trying to follow him through. Oh, there's a big spin for Han in the Williams through turn 12 there.
And it goes from bad to worse for Han, I'm afraid. This race
having
just
a really good recovery drive. And look at how close they all are, running nose to tail into turn 1. Everyone's going to be going every which way.
Ferrari's pushing the McLaren through. The McLaren's pushing the Red Bull through. The Red Bull's pushing the Alpine through. It's like they're playing a large game of tag, these guys. Just in a very delicate F1 cars.
There's that Jan's a little offline as he headed onto the back straight. Sees Freitzost trying to make it down the inside into the chicane. He's got the DRS in the battery.
The McLaren waiting behind. McLaren waiting behind patiently, looking for a switchback. Smokey's retired. It's battle. The McLaren gets pushed off the track slightly. I think he's ahead. Never mind. The Alpine coming back. The McLaren's coming back. The Red Bull and the Alpine are all cut up in each other. They forgot about the McLaren, who's going to go steaming around the outside, and he's now pushing him through. The Alpine's caught up in not the ideal racing line. As
he just went off the track though. It's sort of a little off the track on a banked corner. It's not what you want to do. Coming under pressure, getting swallowed up by both of the Ferraris, finds himself all the way down in 6th now.
Yeah, and I think that's just down to the track being dirty there. So he just understeers. Down the inside goes Kevin. Big move to get ahead of Jan. Jan switches it from left to right. He's going to have ERS. He's going to have DRS as well. He's going to have the slipstream.
Goes his nose down the inside, but thinks better of a dive bomb. That's Kevin solidly through into 3rd place.
Here we go. Who will have DRS here, and who will be the best coming off this corner here?
I mean, I'm looking for it early.
Oh, Kevin down the inside on Threight's house. We see that on the timing board. He is cleanly ahead, and now he can chase that gap down. Oh, contact between the AlphaTauri and the Alpine.
Sisor trying to fight back against Damian as they head into 11, but not finding anything there. Wants to stay as close as he can to the back of the Ferrari. We're watching the battle for P6. It's Jans ahead of Vade. Jans on much older tires. And he's going to defend the inside into turn 1. Vade's going to try it around the outside. Backs out of that one. Knows he has the superior grip though. Can he come back through 2? He's just going to follow the Alpine through there.
Yep, but he will have the DRS now. Will Vade. He's trying to go for a move somewhere. Here we go. I think it'll be a slam dunk overtake. Oh, the Alpine squeezes in though. I don't think there's much fighting you can do, man, unless it's a switchback. Nope. Oh, Ferrari goes a bit wide. Yeah, they're not really bringing the gap down to Jamie Ray.
No, not much gap. 4 seconds between Jamie and Kevin for P1 and 2. Kevin still has Frieshaus right behind him as well.
Yeah, in that DRS, which you don't want the driver behind you because right now Kevin is kind of carrying him with.
Ooh, did you see that snap from Damian right ahead of Sissord?
Yeah. That is a... Oh, speaking of snap of oversteer.
As the AlphaTauri evade off at turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, coming out our 3-second time penalty. There's a lot less penalties than I thought.
Yeah, surprisingly so for France. As I was saying before, it's pretty easy to get track limits penalties, but drivers pretty clean today. So we're seeing a move from Rajic on the inside of Jans, trying to take it at the chicane, but Jans fending him off for all of his might.
Yeah, great defending.
Oh, hello. Here's a move on the inside at turn 11.
No, where you would that's unorthodox. He's now going to try on the dirty part of the track. No chance. I'm gonna give my voice a bit of a rest, mate, so you can go nuts.
Alright. Well, we are watching the fight for 4th position. Damian right behind Sissord. Medium tires versus hard tires. And we've seen some very great racecraft between these two so far. It's been an absolute joy to watch. Let's see if Damian wants to try it down the inside of the chicane. Sissord covers the inside line. Damian steaming through around the outside, though. That's going to be him up into 4th position. Further back, we see Jans and Rajic once again going at it at the chicane. But I think this time Rajic might have a better exit out of it. Can he get himself past the Alpine on this occasion? Don't think he's quite going to be able to. Cutting back to the front of the field. Frieshaus still right behind Kevin, following him in 3rd place. Not quite making the overtake, just sticking to the back of the Ferrari, biding his time. As I have to say, the gap is still not coming down between Jamie and Kevin. We saw it was about 4 seconds before. Now it's 3.8, so a couple tenths taken out of it here and there. But certainly not enough for Kevin to mount an attack quite yet. As look at the closing speed between the Red Bull and the Ferrari. Diving it down the inside at turn 1, that's free up into 2nd place now. So there is a quick yellow flag. Vade once again finds himself facing the wrong direction, this time on the exit of 12. So we see Han, 14-lap old hard tires, probably starting to feel a little bit of life loss on those. Rajic and Jans once again going at it down the inside. Squirter tried to put the nose of his Alfa Romeo, had the door slammed in his face. Further up, though, I think that was a pass. Kevin getting back past Free as they headed onto the back straight. So these two
that was pretty much inevitable to just get past there. They can just keep on using that DRS, but they have lose 7 tenths in that little squabble. You see, the gap was 3.8. It's now 4.5, 4.6. So I'm guessing J-Ray sighed a massive relief there, as that gap shot right back up to 4.5 where it was when Kevin passed Frieshaus initially.
Yeah, these two losing each other time relative to the leader, but they weren't gaining it much. either on their own. And a quick yellow flag. Is that Vade again on the chicane? Looks like it.
He's not having a great race either. Yeah. Yeah, I lost 10 seconds in the middle sector.
Ooh, Jay getting a time penalty for track limits up at the lead of the race.
That is, we're just over halfway as well. We got 12 laps to go.
Rajic and Jan's still going at it.
They are not stopping anytime. I think there was a bump even there.
Yeah, now Han trying to follow his way through, getting past Jans as well as ahead onto the back straight. Williams is closing as they head into shot. But he's not going to be close enough to make a move down the inside. Ooh, late brakes from the Alpine though as they both head around the Aston Martin.
Yep,
And Rajic losing one position and a little bang of the wheels there. It keeps Han at bay. Fortunately, both drivers facing the right direction still. As the fight is still on for second place as Kevin is heading into the pit lane.
Ooh, okay, so what? Softs or I think I would imagine they're mediums. So Kevin believing that hards cannot go the entire distance, and I just want to get a throwback to Las Vegas where I don't remember who, but someone made the extra pit stop and then caught Kevin out. So Kevin learned from that. I think it was Jamie as well, ironically, who made the extra pit stop. The undercut's very powerful. I think the gap was around 3.8 seconds when he came in. So it's now down to what Jamie does. What will he do? I think he's safe from the undercut if he pits this lap.
And crucially, Kevin out into clear air, no traffic ahead of him, so he's going to have a monster outlap on new medium tires.
Yeah. Oh, total into the pit lane as... Mate, what were you
too quick into the
to
pit
happen?
lane.
He didn't even try. I know he's retired in the pit lane.
Yep. Here we go, side by side down the back straight. It's Jans and Han fighting it out for now fourth position as some drivers ahead have pitted. Jans holding the Williams at bay. Everyone has their harvest light flashing. They've been pushing so hard on their batteries.
Yeah.
Ooh, Snai trying it around the outside of turn 12. We've seen this go wrong before, but it looks like... Oh, he just had his Alfa Romeo there.
That is
Safety
huge
car.
for Jamie. That is huge for Jamie.
Absolutely massive. That's Tom retiring at the chicane. And Jamie immediately into the pit lane.
Yeah, that is a...
Ooh.
I was about to say a safety car here would save the leaders. And, well, it did just that. It saved them.
Yep. Jamie out well ahead of anyone else.
Yeah, let's see where Kevin will come out. Will it be behind his
overtaking
teammate?
a few people.
He's behind Freitzaus, crucially, and Freitzaus does not give up fights easily. In this race, we said a late safety car. This is somewhat late. It's not like 5 laps to go late, but it's pretty damn late. And I think we've had 2 safety cars at this point, so I need 1 more.
Crucially, though, can't forget Jamie's 3-second time penalty for track limits. Everyone's going to be bunched up behind the safety car now. And there's only going to be, 9 laps left to go in the race. He's got to make 3 seconds to P2 somehow if he wants to keep the win. Oh, I have to say, if anyone can do it, today I think it would be Jamie.
Yeah, he's shown great pace all throughout. It depends how easily Kevin can get past Freitzaus. And those harvesting lights will soon be off, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
and you're on mute, mate. Not sure if you did on purpose. Remind you. Let me see if promotion. Yes, once again, Discord. Make sure to join the Discord. It's where everything takes place in the decisions, where the racing happens. Subscribe to the YouTube so you don't miss out on the race. Like the stream, that would really push us to becoming a bigger league and maybe even heck starting us there. VDRL web shop to get some merch. I've actually seen that the t-shirts are quite nice. Caps if you want some caps, maybe not in the winter but for the summer, get yourself some. I think it's free shipping as well, with some deal going on with some Dutch brand here. I'll see if I can find it. Where can I find it? Oh, it's in sponsors. Yes, alright. Kleidung bedrucken. Unsere Kleidungsdruckerei produziert in eigenem Haus und wird bedruckte Kleidung in Elkel. Wann für ein Stück schnelle. Okay, so basically it's a clothing print shop. So they print stuff and clothes. And you get 50% discount if you're in the racing league. Free and fast shipping from them. It's a Dutch website, so that's great. Yeah, 15% off. You got some t-shirts, some hoodies, cap. You got a mouse pad as well. You got a backpack as well. So a lot of great stuff. My favorite one is the t-shirt. Personally, I love t-shirts. Yeah, I think that's about it, Martin, isn't it?
Just gonna see if the safety car is gonna come in this lap. There's a trailing AlphaTauri. Yep, there we go. So now Jamie's back in the lead of the race, and he's going to be controlling the pace of the field as we head back to green.
I would love to see the POV of Freitsaus of this restart, as he'll have to attack and defend.
I would too.
Yeah, just search for VDRL or VD Racing League and you'll find us on any social media. Maybe even, what's the old social media no one uses anymore? The Reds. Anyway, here we go. Jimmy Ray has gone. Let's go on board with Freights. I was in the Red Bull here. He was between the Williams and Jamie Ray has checked out.
Yeah, he went early, caught a couple people off guard. So now we're back to green, and let's see what the rest of the field can do about the very, very fast driver up in first place. 7 laps left to go. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, you can see Kevin already right behind the Freitsaus. Is Freitsaus dropping back already? I'm just gonna go grab a glass of water real quick. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Comfortable gap behind our race leader. Kevin's closing up ever so slowly behind Freitsaus as they head down the back straight. No DRS, of course, after the safety car, not for a couple laps. There's going to have to be relying on slipstream and battery, although we're seeing the track limits penalties start to pile up now as Kevin's trying for a move down the inside at turn 10. And, well, Freight's not really fighting that one too hard. That sees Kevin up into second place, now much closer than he was before. But still a 1.3 second gap, 1.4 now that he has to make up to Jamie while also defending from Freitsaus right behind him. Just a quick word from Tom J after retiring on the chicane that just brought out the safety car. Went deep in the chicane, ended up spinning while oversteering, couldn't brake in time to not crash into the wall. So unfortunate error there from the Red Bull driver. But we are watching Freit chasing down Kevin, chasing down Jamie for the lead of the race. Of course, Kevin does have the lead on penalties, and as long as he doesn't drop another 1.5 seconds, he will be able to take the win. And Fright's probably going to follow him through onto the podium. But I think any racing driver is going to want that position on track, and I'm sure Kevin's going to go for it. Although, looking, it looks like he's used a lot of battery, as we're seeing Sissword right behind Jans. Those two having, I think, the same amount of penalties, so any pass between them would be for position. Now we see the battery levels of our leader. He's used up half of it, so he's pushed hard. Oh, Kevin pushing very hard, though. Only a little over 20%. And Fright behind him being able to charge his batteries up a little bit. Might go for a late push later on in the race to get himself back past Kevin. And Damian behind those two. Just trailing them, biding his time, seeing what he can pick up between them fighting up ahead. As the laps are starting to tick away.
And Kevin got ahead of Racers. Racers might get back at him though with DRS. As Tomiota saying, I ended up crashing in the chicane in this race due to oversteer at the chicane. Ended up breaking the car, spun, and I couldn't stop myself. Now, great stops. What can he? No, this is Damian, sorry.
So a bit of a DRS train forming behind Kevin already. No one quite close enough to make a move yet, but Fright South's quite a bit closer than he was before.
Yeah, and Jamie, crucially, 1 lap younger tires.
Yeah, we're seeing that gap grow ever so slightly. 1.8 seconds, 1.9 now. He knows he needs 3 to keep the win of the race.
Yep. He's praying that Freitas attacks Kevin. And he will get that. I feel like the DRS from the pit straight is just for you to get that little bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you've got that main straight. So you probably want to deploy DRS route between turn 2 and 3, that little curvy straight. We go look at how he's gaining. He's going to fall back a bit now with the yeah though. And this is where I would start deploying battery. He is not deploying, but he's got. How much does Kevin have? Let's take a look at that real quick. Oh,
about half as much.
That's not looking too great.
Yeah, Kevin looking very vulnerable there from Fright right behind him.
Lap at 2.1. We're in for exciting racing. Can Kevin keep it? Freitas knows he's racing for the win here. He's just waiting behind us. Seesword getting past Jan. Easy as you like. There's still time for one last safety car. I'm sure Kevin wouldn't mind it. Jamie would sure as hell mind it.
Just off the track there goes Damian, but no one right behind him to take advantage of that. But just dropping away a little bit there from Fright and Kevin.
Yeah, they are ever close. The gap last time out was about 5 tenths. It is now 3 tenths. 4 tenths, of course. That still exists even in these cars. There we go. He will. Don't think he'll make a move into T1. Kevin probably saving his battery. Yeah, and he's gonna. Oh, Kevin smart moves back to the racing line. I was about to say he compromises Kevin's line, but I think Kevin compromised his by cutting across. So late kind of scared him maybe. But he is 4 tenths behind as Seesaw now onto the Alpine of Jan, who got back ahead. It seems like.
Yeah, one of the few drivers that pitted for softs is Jan, so I wanted to see what his pace would be against all of the medium runners, and it looks like he's holding with them, but maybe not quite as much as I would expect the softs to be faster than the mediums.
Here we go.
Here's Seesword. Doesn't need the tire grip there.
Oh, he goes a bit deep into the chicane though.
Jans has already expended so much of his battery, and there's still 3 laps left to go.
No, including this one, of course. The gap is now 2.6 between Kevin and Jamie. Kevin is doing the bare minimum here. 2.7. Can we check how much battery Jamie has? 57%. Look at that. That's how you do it, mate.
Yep, he is doing everything right there.
He just needs that little bit of help from Freight's house, where he just compromises Kevin's line slightly. Here we go. Do the inside. Let's look at that time go down. Right, 3.1 seconds. There we go. Kevin, I think that was strategical from him so that he can get the DRS down that long straight. However, Freight's house is slower with not having the DRS. So the gap's already up to 3.4. I'm guessing that Jamie Ray will be using his battery now down this straight. And probably Freight's house as well. Let's go on board with Freight's house and look behind us. I think Kevin's just slightly too far back.
He's closing though. He wants it.
Here we go, side by side. This is going to make him lose time. I think the win is out of his hands now. As Freight's house throw up the switchback. He gets forced onto the curbing, which means bad exit. Damian looking to get involved. Damian's got a lot of battery, you know. Freight's house looking to the left. Oh, there. Watch out, Damian's right there. Wheel banging these three. Red Bull versus Ferrari. And look at the gap to the leader now.
Jamie will be delighted to see all the fighting behind him. He can just coast it into the finish line. But we are watching a thrilling battle for second and third place between 3 drivers that have been giving us some great racing all day long today. Right, so it's being smart though. He's making Kevin think, he's forcing him offline, maybe making him expend that little bit more bit of battery. All the while he's just sitting behind, making sure that his battery is nice and charged up for whenever he decides to execute that overtake.
Indeed.
There's a look at the penalties, and well, track limits playing a bit of a role in quite a bit of those. 11 seconds for Jans though.
Oh dear. Seems like ever since the last Safe Cup, people have been pushing. Here we go. The battle for second place is not confirmed yet. That is for sure. I think Jamie's got this in the bag though. Gap 5 seconds.
Yeah, for sure.
Kratos is waiting for the final lap, it seems like. Just don't get ahead of Kevin. You want to do it going into the chicane. Then, oh, never mind. Or do it right here. That's, oh no!
Oh, that was
strategical. If it was, then it's bloody genius. And just staying ahead, Freight's house. He can't afford to do anything stupid. I'm guessing Damian will absolutely dump the battery on the final lap.
I just wanted to take Kevin by surprise there by throwing it down the inside of 11, but kind of paid the price for that one. The gap's a little bit further between himself and Kevin up ahead, but not too much. He'll gain it all back in DRS. Is Damian going to go for the move though? Freight's house defends. Final lap of the race, and the position that these 3 want to make up, they have to do it now.
Indeed. We got a bit more than 5.4 kilometers left to go, I believe.
And as they head out,
I think that's taken Damian out of it.
Yep, just that little bit of a mistake, and
even that amount of battery can't save it.
No, certainly not. But there's quite a bit of a gap between himself and Kevin, though. I don't think Freight's going to be able to go for the move here. He's
Kevin! Try. Kevin moving very late there.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit too late for the liking of Freight's house.
But knew the Red Bull wasn't going to be going for the move there. We see the harvesting light. Kevin's going to be a little bit slower. Quick yellow flags thrown out for someone on the chicane.
Oh, side by side. Freight's house around the outside. What a move. Get to the apex.
Kevin's gonna try it down the inside though.
To the inside. There's nothing between the... Freitas gets it with a sec down the inside. That's Kevin. He knows every point is absolutely worth it. Holy moly.
Glad to see those two giving each other space. That could have ended quite bad for the both of them, but Kevin trying his hardest.
Great respect between them. Kevin absolutely sent it. Freitas saw it, but Jamie Ray wins it. But the star of the show is Freitas, who defeats 2 Ferraris. And Cesar ended up getting Damian there. Never mind, Damian getting Cesar because of penalties. But on track, no, they're still fighting. They were fighting up to the line there. Oh, let's look at Snai, who's right behind Vade. Oh, never mind. Oh, he overtakes him. What a move, son. Jamie Ray wins.
And wow. What a fireworks show that was at the end. My goodness. Oh, great racing between everyone there. But yeah, Jamie just showing everyone how it's done on track. Absolutely blistering pace.
Indeed. Blistering, I think, is the word. Jamie Ray wins in France, ladies and gentlemen. It's another strong weekend for him, as he is slowly clawing his way back to the championship. It will be tough though. Here we go then. Jamie Ray wins ahead of Freitas, who's actually from Japan. Interesting. Also fastest lap for Jamie Ray, so he gets the full pole position, fastest lap, race win. Kevin in P3, then you got Damian Cecil P4 and 5, Rajic P6, Han P7, unfortunate race for him, had great pace. Jan P8, Archlord P9, running out the top 10, you've got the Vade, then you've got Snai, Square, Tomiota P11, 12, 13, Toro, and our 4 DNFs, I think it was. You got Tomiota, Toro, Smoke, and Trevin. Thank you very much for joining me, and here we go. Verse singing in the commentary box. Good enough.
That is great. Absolute pleasure. Was a blast to watch and commentate that. So hoping I'll be back somewhat regularly, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We will race on Sunday. Thank you very much for joining us, and good night, I think. Unless you got something.
Nope.
Alright.